Okay. Fee in order to participate in alpha until they officially release the beta. So far, it's just been 2 characters. Construction, this is actually important. This is one sort of castles in this time constructed. And in this game you can runs worked out. Some way to put an elf if you want to overtake another ship or something, or to become a pirate. For fear runs, they're good for decreased fall damage, and they can actually climb faster on trees and ladders. So when you go up the mast on the ship, you can actually get up there much quicker, or it's certain areas and allows, like trees, certain trees allows you to climb up there to acquire, get a better view, or acquire an item. Also, it's helpful for ladders, good for infiltrating castles and whatnot. Aranis, they're very good for teleporting. So when you cast Recall back to your town portal, last town portal, faster cooldown and faster cast time. And also for jungle tamers, they're also good for reducing the time to log trees and gathering fruits. So when they good for cropping, because there is a farming aspect. It's kind of like Farmville. You plant the seeds and then you water it down. You wait until it grows and then you harvest it. It makes them quicker to, makes them more efficient to harvest. So those are pretty much the races. In terms of detail, for character creation. Oh my God. For the appearance, there are some pre-made ones over here on the right hand side. The eyes, nose, mouth, same goes for here. Styles. Selection of the hair, not too bad. I wish to remove. Hair color, not too bad either. Simply put the faces. Hair color. So faces are really cool. And then you can modify it on the left hand side. You can go for the eyes as well, pre-made eyes, and then you can go into details. They go into really big details for the eyes. Multiple sliders, ranging from the size of the eye. Okay, same goes for the nose. Very high detail on the nose. For anyone who is a perfectionist in the nose, or surgeon or something, plastic surgeon. Same goes goes for the mouth. Lots of stuff. And as well, that's for the head. The one thing I did notice that was kind of a disappointment was the height. There was no meter here or breast meter for them. And also, in terms of the skin color, there is no gradient for skin color. It doesn't have six different choices. So you can't have any clean skin. Although they lack in those aspects, they look for the details. So you can have some age lines there. Just like the border. And for the paint, this one I like about this project. Here and also have some imperfections. Have a scar here, a scar there, and the best part is you can move that scar where you want it. Have a lot of food. All of those style, you can add some facial hairs, not too bad. The color, there's the gradient. So I wish the skin color would have the same gradient color here. So you can also have makeup as well for changing eyes. And that's pretty much it. You can actually temporarily save the settings that you have up to 5 characters. So if you're not done, you don't want to save your save. So far I only have a level 14 human knowledge, so when you start a character, you get to pick different classes, which is Battle Rage, Vitalism, Occultism, Shadowplay, Sorcery. Those are the 5 classes. But later on down the road, as you level up, you actually get to choose more than 1 classes per se, or subclasses, whatever you want to call it. In total, you get to choose 3. So, for example, since I'm a demonologist, I picked sorcery, and then there was I believe, witchcraft and occultism are my 3 main jobs for it. So you have a wide variety of skills you can invest in each of those classes, which allows you to mix and match depending on your playstyle. So just because you pick a sorcery doesn't mean you'll be stuck there forever. You can actually change classes anytime on the fly. Not really on the fly. You just have to pay a little fee, or you can go up to the NPC skill master to reset it for you, and you can change from being a mage to a warrior. Just make sure you have the correct equipment for it. You know, as a warrior, you need strength gears compared to a sorcerer. So here's the game. Interface UI, pretty simple. You can move the UI here by shift clicking, dragging it anywhere. So you can target draw it. So as you can see, when I hovered over, my occupation is a demonologist, which comprises of sorcery, occultism, and witchcraft. So this is the available skills I have for sorcery, occultism, and witchcraft. I started with sorcery, and then as soon as I leveled up a few, I get to choose my second class, which is occultism, which seems to synergize well with sorcery and as well. Witchcraft is more the persons and whatnot. Sometimes the passives here actually synergize well with the other for sorcery. Sorcery deals a lot of heavy hitting damage, but high mana cost, while certain class in occultism can actually increase the mana regeneration or reduce the mana cost for it, or decrease cast time when it be a blast cannon. You can reset them for a few price, as you can see, 70 silver. Just like in Guild Wars 2, the currency here is in gold, silver, and copper. And it does keep track when you, based on your bar level down here, XP bar level, everything here levels up. Including your sorcery, medicine, witchcraft, all level up. And when you gain a skill point, you have one skill point to invest in any of the tree talent, either witchcraft, occultism, or sorcery. And here we go for the basic tab, just the simple basic melee attack, kick, shoot, escape, or rider escape. They have some very interesting emotes here, additional skills that you can play here. See, I can even play an instrument too, which is kind of nice. Sometimes playing an instrument does give you a bit of a reward for things. As a mage or as a class, you get to actually wield a staff and also wield a bow and melee at the same time. So just because you're sorcery, I mean you're stuck with just a staff and whacking the enemy, you can actually whip out your bow or a sword to do heavy physical damage to finish off the opponent in case, for example, your mana runs out. There is a running feature here. If you just double tap, you go into a running phase. It zooms out, run fast. Most of the items here are interactable. As you can see, this one is interactable. This will allow me to acquire a sneaky fish. That sneaky fish is also a dagger, a one-handed gear dagger that fits like a dagger. So most of these are interactable, and also here. What else can I tell you? Graphics isn't too bad. I actually like it for an MMO. It's pretty good. This is actually on max settings. All the way up. It's on 1080p and there's no recording. And as terms for the mount, you can't actually bring your when you go out of combat or when you go into combat, your mount stays with you the whole time. It doesn't disappear out of thin air. It follows you around. You can actually purchase horse armor for your horse to fight with you side by side. Also, having a horse also gives you some abilities as you level up. Getting some skills here, like the mount attack. As you can see here, my basic attack, and then there's also the kick and defense, but that's later on in the level. Because I'm too low level, I can't do it. This is a tab targeting game. It's kind of similar to typical MMO. Basic combat, sorcery, and the one thing I like about the combat here is that you don't have to keep spamming tapping the button over and over. You can actually just hold the skill button and it would actually auto cast it for you. Most skills that is probably exceptional. As you can see here, I can actually use the bow. Gathering in this game starts at level 1 and doesn't require you to have material to gather. You just need to do the minimum requirement in order to be able to harvest or mine. There are everywhere on the map Also, since you can actually plant seeds and plant some crops, there is a potential that another player can steal it from you if you don't harvest it within the time of its ripe. So you have to be careful sometimes to keep track of the timer of your crops. That's something you have to take that into consideration. And I believe, although in the introduction, when you follow the home story quest, they do allow you to have beef protection for 1 whole day in a public farm. So that gives you an idea of the basic. And also, there's some animals too. And here you can actually get some baby piglets and chicks and buttons and grow them yourself. And this one also has the seed merchant. This is where you can acquire the seeds to grow. And you can grow some little bees, potato, carrots, onion. My inventory is full, so I have to purchase another. When you expand the bag, all you can do is just click the plus sign and you can purchase it. So, as far as I know, it looks like it doesn't require cash to expand more bags, but I could be wrong. Maybe in the higher levels, you might have to spend cash up money to actually expand it, but as far as I know, you can just spend in currency. So for these seeds, I can just plant it in here. Just right click and put it anywhere. And in order to accelerate the growth of these plants, just make sure you have water. And to get water, you also get it from a well. Wells are actually pretty much everywhere in every city and town. So you can get quite a lot of them, as you see. I bought some charlatans. There. So if you hover the mouse over them, it will only take 46 minutes, and normally I believe it takes 48 minutes on that if you don't water them. So it does reduce it quite a lot, approximately 50% from the production if you do water them. So it does also stay up into consideration. But properly manage when to harvest it, because other players can. Because once it's ripe, then it's free for all, first come first serve. So if another player reaps it, then too bad. I haven't really delved much into professions myself. There's alchemy, construction. There's quite a lot of professions here. Although I have some professions a bit trained, like logging, gathering, and farming. Mining seems to be my highest, and then masonry. There's also compositions. Composition is an interesting one where you can create notes yourself for an instrument, and it would actually play out the music. So that's a neat feature to delve into in the future. So you see, I can also play lute, and also the lute also serves as a gear as well, as they offer stats as well. You can see the fruit, strength, stamina, intelligence. The best part about here is that it gives you a nice detail of your stat here for DPS, physical, and magic DPS, and also gives you the base stat for strength, ability, spirit, stamina, and hovering over the map gives you what choices. So if you're not sure, you can just refer to this character. But it seems like my character model is compared with because it's still in the alpha state, it's not complete. There are actually quite a lot of players. That is a prize. And also your pet does level up with you as well, so it is recommended for you to bring your pet along with you as you quest. And also in this quest, when you do a quest, say for example to kill 10 mobs, there is a new mechanic they added called overachieving and underachieving. So if you do fulfill the minimum requirement let's say kill 10 bears, then you can turn the quest that's in your work on it. And then, but you can put some extra. If you kill an extra, let's say 11, then it would give you an extra bonus XP and money as well. So, and also if you up to the point that you've reached overachieve. Overachieve is basically hitting 50% of the quota. So if they ask for 10 bears and you kill 15, then you've reached the overachievement, and that will give you the number of XP and money rewards that you would get from the quest. And also, I noticed that there are actually also hidden quests. So hidden quests are if you just randomly kill monsters and let's say you kill 5 of them, and then it would, sometimes you'll just get a small pop-up window saying that, oh, you have just finished a hidden quest. So it's a good variation to explore rather than break from the monotony of what you see and turning in and talking to him. There's a solo right there. So I see that there's a tree that I can harvest right there. Just hover the mouse over it. Let's see if I can actually harvest this. There we go. Although the one thing I noticed is that whenever you harvest or do some kind of profession, it actually consumes labor points. Let's look at it underneath here, so you cannot. I think this is to prevent some exploitation. Have a limited number of labor, but it does take a while for your labor to be completed at that point. So, the most I've completed is only around 1 minutes. That's me just exploratory mining, just riding along the mountains and mining. Pretty much any kind of mining or gathering or profession requires labor points to use. Although the sound effects, some of them have similar sound effects compared to Aeon, like when you gather items, so it's just something to consider. The map here is fairly large, not too bad. Also the questing is not too bad either. Questing is included here, and also they were given underneath the character as well as numbers for numbers. So it's fairly straightforward. Options. Offer quite a lot of options. And they offer quite a lot of environmental character lots of options to choose on for problems. That goes all identified with index and values and index. Sound is basic. But for names and info, they're actually pretty detailed as well. Key bindings are very detailed as well. Lots of key bindings to choose from. That's expected from an MMO, I guess. Let's check on the 1 minute left, so they're just about ready to be harvested. Potato, with the exception of the onions. So yeah, that's pretty much ArcheAge for now. I'm gonna post more videos, I guess, if I